in today's session of Divorce Court.
He punched me! I married him because I thought nobody else would want me. I feel really ugly without my front tooth. I have no family, I'm alone, and he's the only person I have. Ever since the tooth, he doesn't take me out at all. At all, I live like a hermit.
Today, Rose Malone finds the courage to face Ben Malone in Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Maybelline Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
This is the matter of Ben Malone and Rose Malone. I'm advised that after 5 months of marriage, before the ink can hardly dry on the marriage certificate, you're ready to throw in the towel. Mrs. Malone?
Yes.
Why?
Why? Because about 8 months ago, I went to call the police because we had a heated discussion, or I should say argument. He became physical with me, okay? Ever since that day, I have not been the same.
What do you
I
do?
have done everything to please this man. Now I'm a hermit because I walk around without a front tooth. I'm afraid.
He knocked your tooth out?
He knocked my tooth out, and I have it right here to show
You
it.
kept it?
Yep, I got it right here.
Oh, hold it. Let Joe bring it to me. I don't know if I want to see your tooth or not.
It's in a crown.
He
The crown
knocked-
alone is $750.
Oh, so it was a crown.
A crown and what the crown goes on, the tooth. He knocked everything out.
No, that wasn't a punch. It's not the way it happened at all.
He's a manipulator.
Well, she doesn't have a
He's
tooth. She has a
charisma-
tooth missing in her mouth.
Okay.
And there's a tooth in this box that appears to be hers. I guess it's hers.
It
Yes,
is
Your Honor,
mine.
kept that.
It's a perfect fit.
So I don't care how it happened. Did you knock her tooth out?
No, Your Honor, I was going to push. She didn't worry about arguing. I had to push away from me so I could leave the house at the time.
Your Honor.
Oh, no, hold on
Yeah.
a second. Let me hear this clear.
Yes, and her hair, thick hair, is all over her head. I went to push away last time. She was facing the wall this way, and her shoulders facing here. So I thought I went through my head to push away. It just happened to hit on her face somewhere. There's no mark on her. No mark at all. It just happened to catch a tooth. And
You know
that was
what?
it.
Let me just go over here, if I could, and let Joe push you against the wall and knock your teeth out and leave no mark and see if it's just a push.
That's all it was,
The
Your Honor. It was
fact
one
that
hand
you
to push
pushed,
away.
you still knocked her tooth
I
out.
feel bad about it too, Your Honor, but it wasn't intentional. I never physically.
You just
beat
said
her.
you were trying to get away and get out.
To leave the house, yes, Your Honor. So then nothing would happen.
So
On my way
why
out,
isn't
something
that
happened.
intentional if you pushed her?
I intended to push away so I could leave the house, Your Honor. It wasn't intention to push to do harm, it's to push so I could leave the house, Your Honor. So nothing would happen.
But let me tell you something, Mr. Malone. A push is wrong.
Yes,
You
Your
think
Honor.
violence has to be when you hit somebody with your fist or when you knock them upside the head with a stick?
No, Your Honor.
But
it
a
wasn't,
push other than a love tap is just as wrong.
I was trying to get away from me to get out the door, Your Honor.
So then how did you end up knocking her tooth out?
It wasn't knocked out, really. It was just.
The tooth
happened to
is
hit it.
out, sir. It's in this box and it's out of her mouth. Look at
Yes,
it.
Your Honor. I know that, Your Honor. I feel bad about
Do
that.
you
So then
know
don't tell
how
me it's
I
not out.
suffered
I know that it's out, Your Honor.
because of that? I don't socialize. I don't go out. I mean, I married him because I thought nobody else would want me.
Why would you think that, Mrs.
Because
Malone?
I feel really ugly without my front tooth.
You mean he knocked your tooth out before
He
he
punched me
before he
No, no.
married you?
before he married me.
So you married him to keep somebody.
I married him because I have no family, I'm alone, and he's the only person I have.
Your Honor, I've been taking
And you
care of
don't
it
have
since then.
much of a person there if all he can
No,
do is
I
knock your
don't.
tooth out.
No, Your Honor, it wasn't intentional. I've taken care of it since then. I feel bad about the tooth. I don't make
He's
so
a
much money. Your Honor.
liar. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. I have
Why do you say that you?
receipts.
Why did you think? Hold on a
Okay?
second.
I supported
Mrs.
him.
Malone, be quiet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Why do you think that just because you didn't have a tooth in your mouth, that nobody would want to marry you?
Because I feel ugly.
You're not ugly, and your teeth don't make you beautiful.
Okay, what happened? Before
No,
he
listen
used
to me a
take
minute.
me out all the time. And ever since the tooth, He doesn't take me out
Your
at
Honor.
all.
Your Honor.
At
So now he doesn't
all.
take-
I live like a hermit.
No, Your Honor.
So you were dating with each other. You were dating before he married you. You went out
We
partying.
were living together.
You enjoyed life.
Yes, we
And-
had a wonderful time.
And now
I
that-
took him to the Keys. I spent $700 for my Social Security check. I do everything for him. Everything.
And now you knocked your
And I
tooth out.
got it all written down, and I got all the receipts. And he thinks that he can get away with it.
Your Honor, it wasn't that way at all.
And now that you don't have a tooth, he doesn't take you out anymore.
No.
What you doing now, Mr. Malone? What happened to the party and the good time?
We stopped partying as soon as we got married, Your Honor, before that. We can't
I
afford
mean, what
to
happened
party.
you taking her out?
I still try to take her out. I try to take her where I go to see my friends and things. She doesn't want to go. She won't
Suddenly
go.
you can't afford to party now that you got
We
married.
got married. We stopped partying. It wasn't that much
Because I
partying
pay
anyway,
for
Your Honor.
everything.
Your Honor, she still
Why
gets
did you get
a
a tooth fixed?
She can't afford to make payments, Your Honor. These try to make payments on it, Your Honor.
You can't afford to make payments?
I'll try to make payments on it, Your Honor. So
What do
I
you
pay
mean
for
you'll
half
try?
the tooth, Your Honor.
Have
I
you
make so much
tried?
money. Miami is like $1,500 to get a tooth done, Your Honor. They won't accept payments there.
They want $1,100 for
Just
that
for that.
tooth.
And they won't allow you to make payments?
No, Your Honor. I don't have a Visa
He
card. I have a
wants
bank
to do it
account.
on my Visa card.
Well, that's not him
No,
paying
I don't
for
want
it.
to do it on a Visa card. I just want to try to make payments to one of these dentists down here, and at least pay for half of the tooth what I
So
can
did you
afford.
start making any payments to the dentist?
No dentist would accept payments there without a Visa card, a credit card. I don't even have a bank account, Your Honor. I can't afford a bank
payments.
account.
You say to the dentist, write me a contract
Can
for
I
her
say
to do.
you
Hold
some-
on a second.
Yes,
Write a
ma'am.
contract for me to repair her tooth.
Can I
I will
say-
send you money per month, and you put it in your trust account until I get it all paid,
And then I'll
and then
fix
she
the
can
tooth?
come in and get the tooth repaired.
I tried
Have
to
you tried that?
I didn't know that they asked about that. They said
No,
no
they
payments.
don't ask. You have to ask them.
Well, I didn't know anything about that. You know, how to make that arrangement. I just tried to make payments,
Obviously,
and
you
they
can't
told me
save
no.
it on your own, so let them save it in their trust account.
I didn't know if something like that could be done, Your Honor. I don't know anything about that kind of thing.
And didn't inquire.
I didn't know anything about it, so I wouldn't ask if I didn't know anything
Could you
about
borrow
it.
some $1,100 so she could get her tooth
No, Your
repaired?
Honor, I can't borrow $1,100. I can't buy anything like that. I just try to pay my part, what I can, to contribute to the rent and the food expense, and I have so much money. I make so much money a week. I work 7 days a week at the racetrack, make less than $300, and I make so much money to go out around. I don't have so much money to go around, Your Honor.
So how you going out partying on that kind of money? What's up, Ms. Malone? What do you want to tell me?
Okay. When this man wants money, okay, he had a Fiero, okay?
He had what?
A Fiero, a sports car.
A
He put
Ferrari?
A Fiero,
Oh, Fiero.
okay? He put so much money in that car that I put over $1,000 in that car.
Since he knocked your tooth out or before?
This was before, during, and after.
So he's
Your
been
Honor.
paying money on a car, but not for your tooth.
That,
No, Your Honor, this car is
exactly.
big, Your
He
Honor.
went out and he bought himself
How do you think she
another
feel-
car for $1,100.
No, I didn't, Your Honor. There's no car for $1,100,
There's
Your
a,
Honor.
right
You
in
have
Miami
a car that you've purchased since
for
you knocked your tooth out?
$1,100 instead
No,
of
Your
getting
Honor.
my tooth fixed.
When divorce court returns, Rose explains why she's afraid Ben might have secretly found a more beautiful woman.
He is like the invisible man. He comes home, he sleeps, he wakes up, he gets in his car, and he goes out.
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. Divorce court is back in the case of Rose Malone, who says she's divorcing her husband Ben because he won't pay to have her tooth fixed even though he knocked it out.
How do you think she feels now that her tooth is out?
I know she feels bad, Your Honor. I mean, I've lost tooth myself. I'm not a woman, though. I felt bad myself. You know, I tried to make her take it with me, take it where I go, but she refused to go. She
But
won't
you
go
know what,
anywhere.
Mrs. Malone? You need to stop worrying so much about it and not let it keep you in the house, because until you open your mouth widely or until you mention it, it's really not that noticeable.
It's my friends
And you
tell
make
you, Your Honor.
you just
It's the feeling.
she knows that it's not there.
It's the feeling
But you shouldn't let it cripple you
inside.
and make you a
Okay.
hermit.
Where he goes, now I don't go.
Why? That's your
Okay?
choice, though.
No, it's not my choice. He is like the invisible man. He comes home, he sleeps, he wakes up, he gets in his car, and he goes out. He's not working right now. I am supporting everything.
So now you said something about a credit card. You have a credit card?
I have
That would allow you to.
It's a check-in card.
But it would allow you to pay to have this tooth put back in your mouth?
Oh, no, because I don't have that in my checking account.
So you can't afford to do it either?
No.
And you haven't found
It would have been done a long time ago.
Your Honor, I have a dentist around my mother's house in Pennsylvania. It's a lot cheaper there in Pennsylvania than in Miami area. I'm sure you know, like going to New York or someplace else. I had my teeth done the same deal, a tooth of mine, did the same job he do on hers, except she has a tooth replaced to pin in, the replacement.
Did you offer that?
Yes, I have to go to Pennsylvania around my mother's house, have this dentist do it for like $300, Your Honor.
You offered to take her to another state to have it done at a price you could afford?
By my mother's house, yes, Your Honor.
Now, what about that, Mrs.
Can I
Malone?
ask you a question?
He's found a dentist that will take a payment plan and will get your tooth replaced.
Okay.
Are you willing to do that?
As long as if I see something in black and white.
Why you can't call the dentist's office?
Oh, I did all of that.
Oh, Your Honor, she doesn't have the number.
Can't you give her the name of the dentist?
Yes, Your Honor, I give her the number.
You know the name of the dentist?
Right now, no,
I'm
Your Honor,
not
it's
going
my
to put it
hometown.
on my Visa
Excuse me?
card.
No, Your Honor, I don't remember the dentist's name, Your Honor.
Who knows the name of the dentist?
I could call my mother. She get his name. She goes to him now.
Where's your mother?
In Pennsylvania, Your Honor.
Let's go call her.
When divorce court returns, the judge takes Rose and Ben to chambers before rendering her verdict. And an update on the case of Crystal Cantu versus Isaac Cantu.
She's been married 6 times.
And I believe in marriage. That's why I got married so many times.
Divorce court will be back in session in a moment. Divorce court is back and the verdict is in the case of Rose Malone, who says she only married her husband Ben after he knocked her tooth out because she thought no one else would want her.
Mildred, I have your son in court, in divorce court, and he's in my chambers, Ben Malone. He says you know a dentist that will help will repair his wife's tooth and will do it on a payment plan. Do you know the name of this dentist? Do you have a phone number for the dentist? All right. All right, we'll let you take your time. Go get the number for me, please. In the meanwhile, she's saying you're going out partying and not taking her anywhere because you don't like her looks.
No, I'm not partying.
Although, seriously, no one knows your tooth is out until you smile like that.
Right.
It's my
And I
friend's
got a
dollar.
big smile.
You do, a big, pretty smile, I must say.
Thank you.
All right. The phone number, please? Thank you very much. Bye-bye. All right, Mrs. Malone, I've gotten the number for the dentist from Mr. Malone's mother. She says this is her dentist. I have a phone number and an address. I'm going to write it down for you so you can read it very clearly. You should call the dentist, find out if he will accept a payment plan.
Okay.
Mr. Malone, I'm going to order you to pay it if he will accept the plan.
Thank you.
Now let's go and finish this case.
You don't know how happy you made me feel.
Well, I'm glad I can do that for you. That's my job. Now we've made the phone calls to Mr. Malone's mother and we found the name of a dentist and you're going to call the dentist and follow up Ms. Malone and see if you can get your tooth repaired. And Mr. Malone, I'm going to order you to pay the cost of the repairs for her tooth.
No problem, Your Honor.
Now what else may this court do for you?
Now, I have like all these rent receipts here and stuff.
Rent receipts?
Yeah, and he doesn't contribute to the household.
Your Honor, I contribute as much as I can. I can't fix the tooth also. Now I make the payments on that and pay more than I do on the rent, Your Honor. I make so much a week, 7 days a week I work.
He's not working.
So you want him to pay, you want me to order him to pay the rent?
No.
What you want me to order him to do?
We agreed. We agreed to go half and half on everything.
Your Honor, going back to
Okay.
the first relationship when she
Wait a
met
minute,
me.
you agreed in your marriage to go half and half on all the expenses.
Right.
And now he's not honoring that agreement. You paid for the marriage certificate,
I paid for, he said, Rose.
and then you took him out to dinner afterwards?
Yep.
And brought him 2 rings?
Yep. And this
Brought
is
both
one of
rings,
them.
yours and his.
He lost his, this is the other. He's a user a manipulator,
No, he's not a user and a manipulator
then I'm a
because
very naive woman.
you're offering all of this. And what he's doing is accepting when people make offers to him, just as any of us would do.
He doesn't offer. He
If
demands.
you're paying everything
Okay.
and you keep paying it and you allow him to stay there, most people would accept that.
I threw him out, and he told me, Rose, I have no place to go. I'm going to sleep in my car.
So now you still want to keep him?
No, I wanted that.
You want to end the marriage?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going back and forth. You really don't know.
Exactly.
You know what you
That's the truth. That's
what
the
you
truth.
really need, what you really need is because
if I get some kind of...
no, here's what's happening. You love the man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't love Miss Malone. You love Mr. Malone better than you love Rose Malone. You don't think that you can make it or you will have another man in your life if you let go of Mr. Malone. You feel that you can't live if you don't have a man. All of the wrong assumptions. Love Rose Malone first. You can make it without Ben Malone because you're paying everything now. You can make it without any man in your life if you choose to do so. Let having a man in your life be something that you want to do, not because you feel that I'm nothing without one. Because you're wonderfully, beautifully, and fearfully made, and you're a beautiful person. But you don't know that yet. So as long as you keep offering to pay the rent and buy food and to pay for cars and to buy the wedding rings and to pay for all of these things, Mr. Malone and any other man who is the type of person who would accept that is going to come to you and be drawn to you.
I understand.
You've got to not do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also very afraid of him. That helps.
No,
know.
you just don't like yourself.
Okay.
That's the real issue.
But I wish that another woman would never, ever see a man like this and get used.
It's over.
Thank you.
The order is for you to pay for her tooth,
Yes, Your Honor. Be glad to.
all right? And I cannot order him to reimburse you for whatever it is that you paid for him all of those years or months or whatever. Stop paying.
I don't want that.
Give her back her tooth.
It's really not funny.
Court's adjourned.
Thank you.
All rise.
When Divorce Court returns, an update on the case of Crystal Cantu versus Isaac Cantu.
You were giving her husband lessons on how to take care of your wife?
Oh, I come with instructions.
Closed captioning for Divorce Court provided by. If you would like to have the judge hear your case in Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. And now for an update on a previous case in Divorce Court. Isaac Cantu had a sign that his marriage to Crystal might not last long.
She's been married 6 times.
And I believe in marriage. That's why I got married so many times.
How was she married when you were still married to her? That's bigamy.
You don't know what I've been through. The doctors gave me 6 months to live. I pushed him out of my life.
You were giving her husband lessons on how to take care of your wife?
Oh, I come with instructions.
That beats all I've ever heard.
He needs some help or something.
I think it's more like we need help.
Crystal said Isaac wrecked her car and wanted him to pay for damages. The judge decided that Crystal caused the accident, and Isaac did not have to pay for the repairs. After they left court, Isaac offered to help Crystal fix the car, and after 6 marriages, Crystal has decided to take a break from dating.
I got my tooth. I'm very happy with that. But I don't feel like the judge understood what a manipulator and how he used me. He got away with murder.
I feel as fair as it could be. I mean, I'd rather fix the tooth, make payments. At least now she got convinced to go to Pennsylvania where I could afford to do that.
He's gonna get me my tooth. I'll see it when it happens. I'm gonna throw him out. He doesn't give me anything anyhow.
I don't know how my relationship with Rose will be after this, but maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse. We really have to wait and see what happens.
I don't ever want to get married again. I wanted a family, and look what I got. I'm broke, soon to be homeless.
This is marriage.